Hello everybody and welcome to a video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel brought to you by Oasis Games and 5colorcombo.com. Today we are playing New Standard. Oh my gosh. So excited.
We are indeed.
So sick of green-white.
Yeah, I didn't have the worst performance. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
quite
there
as
was three in day 2 and one made top 8.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as people. I think people had insinuated that it would be worse than that even.
Yeah.
To be fair though, the people that were playing green-white were very good Magic players, so it's possible that they just got there on skill. So.
But today we will be playing the deck that won the Star City Games Open.
Correct. I was playing the Bant Company deck. For the record, I am playing one proxy. I couldn't find the last Selfless Spirit, so.
And I will be playing blue-red Flyers/Spirits. Yeah, overall, this has been a pretty good matchup for me in testing. I haven't played against this version of the deck yet, but pretty okay with it.
Seems like a really good deck to have a good matchup against right now, too, considering how much of the field was Bant Company at the top.
Yeah, I mean, like, Flyers are just good against that deck in general.
Sure.
And, you know, a lot of my creatures having Flash makes them good against Thalia, and so there's bonuses.
Well, kind of. I mean, like, the idea of Thalia isn't to stop you from attacking them, right? It's to stop you from blocking.
That's true, but I don't plan on doing a lot of blocking.
Sure, so, but I'm just saying, it's a net zero then, right? Like, the fact that your creatures have Flash doesn't actually matter.
Sure. What do you think? Excited?
Yeah, should be fun. I have no idea what to think of the matchup, so if you say it's good for you, I believe you.
He's really crushing the poker rolls.
Did I win the last one?
I think you won the last, like, 3.
I feel disfavored now. I feel favored now.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it's way in your favor right now. I got to hit exactly at 5. So.
All right, I'll take
interference.
I'll take it. I will play.
Okay, sounds good.
Interference.
It would surprise me to see Bant Company get so much better. I mean, Spell Queller is a really powerful card, but I mean, Bant Company was just not very good at the end of last season.
This hand is a pretty easy keep, I think.
Hold on. I forgot. I had double face cards in here.
I think this is a pretty easy keep for me. No issues on any of it, actually.
Yeah, I don't know how often my deck is supposed to be on mono tap lands, but
a lot.
I mean, I assume it's some, yeah. And we have all of our colors and some spells we can cast, so I think it's a keep.
All right. Go ahead.
Go.
Take one. Go.
Selfless Spirit. Turn.
I'll take one.
Second response.
Yep. Take for 2.
Yep.
Go.
Go.
Take you.
Not a lot I can do about that. Very little impact.
Kill that. Go ahead. Could be wrong, but...
Oh, you're choosing... You don't have a mode that kills that.
It deals 4 to target creature.
Oh, is that the one? Oh. Oh, I thought this was the other one. Yeah, that makes sense.
4 to creature, 3 to player, discard hand.
Right, yeah. I was definitely thinking about the other card on that one.
Oh yeah. Sure. Tech. Go.
I forgot that I had the Thalia in play. I was like, does that one just come into play tap and attacking? It's like straight up Goblin Guy? Soul Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Does watch your fear.
Sure.
Combat.
Yep.
Turn. Yep.
Cards in hand.
Read. Second response.
6.
Yep.
Go.
Yep, one card.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely used those out of order. I should have used this one first and then this one.
Sure.
That would put him at dead right now. Yeah, take 5.
Your turn.
Enter attack step.
Sure.
Go to 2.
It's actually probably wrong.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I actually am going to flash that in your combat step. Try to block. Or try to flash it in and block.
Okay. That seems different. Okay.
So yeah, try to block the rattle chains.
Well, before you do that, so you're flashing that in.
Yeah, flashing in, right.
But when did you say you're doing it?
After you declare attacks,
Okay.
flash it in.
Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8. So I guess before damage, I'll put these guys in.
Sure, makes sense to me.
Go ahead.
I'm at 4.
What?
I'm at 4.
Yeah, because you didn't take the other 2.
Right. So advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Reflecting range. 5. Turn.
Go ahead.
Should just keep this guy out of the sleeve. Combat.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4.
Mm-hmm.
You have how many cards? 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bark.
Animate.
Sure.
Yeah, everything's on top box unity but this. So, box like that.
Well, you can't block flyer, but you
Yeah.
can block the reflector range, it's still the same.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Recruiter.
Yep.
Your turn.
One time.
Pyroclasm.
Nope. But if I had drawn a spell any of the last 3 turns, I would have won. Okay, that's the game.
I certainly felt dead to basically everything, so
Yeah, you were.
I can
but-
believe. I can believe that. That's true.
Yeah, I think I definitely. I mean, obviously I misplayed, right? If I just
With
make the other play,
Yeah,
then I
with
win the game.
Casting the spell from the other order.
Yeah.
Right.
So terrible misplay on my part, but
I tried to make a really stupid misplay too, because I intentionally flip my Desk Watch Recruiter so that I could make the guy cost 2 instead of 3, so that if you had an unsubstantiate, I could still flash it back in and block again,
Mhm.
or try to block again. You know? But I guess it doesn't work anyway. It's like, well, I guess if you use the bounce mode, you would have to do it either after I blocked or before, in which case I could block right. So. But yeah, so I specifically flipped the Desk Watch Recruiter so that, you know, I couldn't get blown out by an unsubstantiate. Like, I knew I was on the lose the Clash of Wills plan, but like I couldn't beat it. So
all right, I will play again. That is not keeping my hand.
but my hand looks fine. Better than the last one anyway. It's not like mono BFZ lands. Actually, the mana in this hand is pretty good.
It's a lot of lands, but we'll keep it. Wander, go.
Sure. Go.
Two.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know if it's actually always correct, but I think it's usually correct to play the BFZ land first, and then your basics. If you have like battle land, basic, especially with this hand, because like this gives me the option to cast both of these, the Advocate and Dromoka's command. So.
Yep.
Your turn.
3. Go.
It's interesting to me too that you flashing in the Rattle Chains first main just for the damage too. I'm sure that's not something that people would intuitively do.
Yeah. I mean, I like being able to have flash in long term. I know that I think that you're getting greedy if
No, I agree with your play. I don't think it was bad. I'm just saying I think it's something to note.
yeah.
Like for people, that might be thinking about playing the deck.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying I think that most people would get greedy.
Right.
Like they're like, I want to get value out of my Rattle Chains, but
I agree. Combat.
yep. guys getting ready? Tech you for 3. Go ahead.
Definitely getting beat down this game. Feel very much on the edge of death. You have 3 cards?
I have 3 cards.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Take 2.
I played the Thalia first main because I didn't want to get like blown up by a Niblis of Frost or something flashed in. So, it's your turn. Because that rattle chains, man, gives all your spirits flash. It's so powerful. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and fetch this while you're pondering.
So, I know we talked about the value of this, but I think just putting him on a 2-turn clock is probably just better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think that. Yep. I certainly don't think that you're gonna try to, get the value of the rattle chains at this point. And yeah, just killing me feels really good. I think 6, 7. Yeah. Feels super powerful.
Go. Man, I'm like a collected company away from losing, so.
I mean, I have it, but it has to be a pretty good one though, right? And like you have to not have a counterspell. And they had to actually draw the 5th untapped land because you have the Wanderer anyway, right? So like, actually couldn't beat just the Wanderer right there.
Sure.
Let me think though for a second if that's actually what I want to do. That's the real question. So I do have other options. Are they good options? That's the question. It's tough.
Yep.
Combat.
Yep. Yep.
Drumbook's command.
Targeting?
Counter and fight the rattle chains. Your turn.
And you burn spell.
Almost any spell, really, right? Like, I feel like I'm mostly dead to spell there. Again, I don't like the fact that I'm dead to spell all the time in this matchup.
Yep.
Feels bad.
It's okay, I've been drawing them.
Yeah. Now we'll attempt to trade with the rattle chains.
Yep. You got 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I don't have to do that because he has. Okay, we're good. We specifically want to hold our lands in case we draw the sorcery, the collective defiance or whatever.
Company.
Sure. Sure. Targets.
Reflector Mage is going to target the Infiltrator.
Okay, I'm gonna respond by activating it.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do it again. Okay, it'll go back
Okay.
in my hand.
Land.
Yep. Take
7.
5 or 7.
Your turn.
Burn spell. Okay. Okay, deck. You're funny. I lose.
I'm not sure how you're supposed to play your collected companies in this deck these days. It's like, there's a real chance that I was supposed to hold the collected company for, like, a potential burn spell.
Yep.
Because of, like, Spell Queller makes it, it's a really interesting dynamic. I'm not sure. But it felt like main phasing it was better there. So,
Yeah.
that's what I went with. Targeting the Dimensional Infiltrator also might have been wrong, just because of the fact that it does have that ability, which I'd totally forgotten about when I was casting, or when I hit the Reflector Mage. Like, I had remembered about it when I was casting my Dromoka's commands and other things like that.
Yeah.
And then just totally spaced it when I Reflector Maged. Although I don't think it's wrong anyway. It's probably still the one that I would have picked, but it was
Yeah.
something that had not occurred to me.
The way you played it put me on a 13-outer to kill you on the spot, though.
So if I had Reflector Maged the Wanderer, though, like, what does that do for me?
Oh no, I just mean like the turn before. So if you had held up Collected Company rather than main phasing it, I'm on a 13-outer the other way.
But if I wait, then you just get to attack me, right? I'm at 2. You have flyers. I don't.
Right, but it was when you were at 7 that it put.
Oh, you're talking about the turn when I Dromoka's commanded you?
Yeah, I was on. Yeah, if you save the Dromoka's command and don't do what you did, I'm on a 13-outer that way.
I was dead on board again though, still, right? Because you had 7 in the air.
Right, but you could
And I was
just
at 5.
hold the Collected Company instead.
I could choose to either play Collected Company or the Dromoka's command.
Yeah.
But the problem then is that I don't. If I decide that I need to use the Dromoka's command, I'm not advancing my board at all, right?
Sure.
And I really wanted to either play a creature and the Dromoka's command or play the company.
Sure.
So I felt like I needed to make a decision, and it seemed like even like holding up the company and the Dromoka's command didn't lead to me winning the game, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
Even if it led to me not losing the game necessarily.
Yeah, the one thing is you are playing an aggro deck, so sometimes you can, like, games like that can happen where you draw 8 lands, but
Yep.
like, it's not atypical. It just, the camera loves stuff like that. It's just it's the way the camera works for me or Matt. Somebody gets something like that happening.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back with sideboards. All right, so for this matchup, we board out Fire Impulses. This guy is just a little bit too big. They can get into their range pretty easily, but we're just basically boarding in better things in Roast and Burning Volley in that slot, and then we don't need too much counter magic against him because we're very proactive and not reactive. So those are my sideboard slots.
Makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm boarding out some of the more expensive spells and also the spells that would be more likely to die to something like Fiery Impulse, or I don't know if he's running like Galvanic Bombardment or something like that. So that's why we're boarding out these. Lambhole Pacifist is nice because it's an X3, so it's a little bit harder to kill with his burn spells. Also, if he decides he wants to try to actually play the flash game or the counter spell game or whatever, like they flip very easily.
Yeah, I'm in big trouble.
Declaration Stone's pretty great because we kind of need to not die to his flyers. So.
Yep.
The other nice thing about boarding this way is that we actually end up with the exact same amount of spells to hit off Collected Company.
Yep.
So.
All right, let's do this. What did you feel about the first 2 games?
Lucky.
But like, do you feel like it was really bad and you got really lucky? Did you feel like it was bad? I just got a little lucky there.
It feels pretty bad. I mean, I can't really interact with what you're doing for the most part, so I kind of just have to race you. I mean, Reflector Mage obviously.
Yeah, Reflector Mage
is a great card.
Yeah, it can definitely help. It is important to note that like having your guy be a 2/3 and having Spellcore be a 2/3 is something that like this deck does need to worry about sometimes. So
yeah, that did seem powerful. Definitely, I was thinking about that when we were doing the blocking interaction in game 1. The fact that, like you said, the Spell Queller is a 2/3 and like all of your guys are 2/1s.
So when you are playtesting, typically, like a lot of people like to say, "Oh, well, I won, 5 games in a row. This matchup's real good," and they don't really talk about what happened in the games. And
Right. Yeah, I think that's definitely a flawed system. Like you should be thinking about specific card interactions more than like. And an overarching feel for the matchup is fine. Like if you can say this matchup is good or this matchup is bad is fine. But like to say this matchup's 100-0, it's just not true. And beyond that, it's just not helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the numbers come down when like you're trying to pick between decks, and other than that, they don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's kind of just like whatever. Like if you I don't know. If you have a feel for a matchup, it doesn't really matter, right? What the numbers are.
All right, I will be on the play.
Okay.
This hand is a little dirtily. I think it's probably good enough. I will keep.
Yeah, my hand's not even close. So.
Okay.
I mulligan.
I think we're doing 7-7, right?
Yeah.
7-7, 6-6-5, or yeah.
Right.
Gotta get more good camera games in. Can't be walling away.
Yeah. We had some good ones with Elves versus Storm, for what it's worth.
Were we mulliganed?
Well, we didn't. I'm not saying we're mulligan. I'm just saying like we just had a lot of good games.
Yeah, I definitely did a lot of punting with elves, but that deck's real hard to play.
It is. Yeah.
I
wouldn't have tried it.
I even put notes
especially
while I was
on camera.
editing. I even put notes like above, like, "Hey, like I know I misplayed here. Hey, I know I misplayed here." And there was another misplay that was left in the comments. It's like, yeah, like,
sure,
the deck's real tough. I like certainly not going to play it perfectly, but
yeah, and this hand seems fine.
okay. We're gonna start off this way. Go ahead.
Sure, it's a powerful start. Good turn.
Attack.
I was very interested when they were talking on the commentary, the last open. They were talking about how people in Standard have started to shortcut on fetch lands and stuff like that, and they said that was like an adaptation from Legacy. Surprising to me.
Yeah, the upside down land.
No, just the shortcutting, like, you know, fetching while your opponent goes and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we should have just been doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to me to think that it's an adaptation from Legacy rather than something that was just happening.
Yep.
Pacifist.
Here we have decisions to make. I think the best decision is just to play guy and attack. Go ahead.
Oh, that one's not a spirit, is it?
No. But you can imagine what it would be like if it was.
I can. My doom would be almost
What
complete.
is he? What
He's
is
an Elder
I know,
Some
but like
kind.
what? He looks like a crossbow that's flying. It's weird.
Oh, command.
Yep.
Attack for 4. Your turn. It's got to be the biggest flavor fail in the whole set, right? The fact that for some reason when it gets a little bit more powerful, it can attack.
Attack.
Taking 1.
Go ahead.
Reflector Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Cool. It's exiled.
Awkward.
You have a collector company?
No, that would be not awkward at all. That would be that's the dream.
You should do that while I'm tapped out.
No, yeah, definitely. No, the awkward part is that I got 5 green spells in my hands and only 1 green land.
Yeah, that's...
It's exactly as awkward as you'd think it would be. Advocate.
Yep.
Your turn.
Wander, go ahead.
Attack.
Yep.
Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
Land for Pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Second.
Yep. Attack for 1. Go ahead.
Jamoke's command. 6. Turn.
I will concede. Yeah, I didn't have a spell I could cast left.
Yeah.
The quick 3-0 from that Kling.
Some days you just got it.
Absolutely. Ammo Pacifist is in my top 3 least favorite Magic cards ever printed.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not even that it's because I love playing with the card because it's really powerful, but I think that it leads to very lopsided, unfun games the majority of the time.
Yeah, it certainly felt exactly as powerful as I was hoping in that particular game when I cast it on turn 2 and I was like, oh man, now he's got to play all of his stuff at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
And I could just flip it if I want to, and I have this Jamoka's command. And
Yeah, it's
powerful.
got this built-in clause. It does it's funny because when the card's spoiled, it's like a bad Watch Wolf, but in fact it's actually just an insane Watch Wolf.
Yeah, it's like the best version of Watch Wolf.
Yeah. It's like a good Policeman line.
It's actually kind of funny too because it's almost better than if it were just a 4/4 for 2, because it makes your opponent play like an idiot sometimes.
Sure. It's another hand where I'm definitely not mulliganing something like this, so
Yeah, my hand's great.
go ahead.
Go. I'll fetch a forest.
Go ahead.
Just watch your career.
Yes.
Your turn.
Play that. Kill that. Attack you. Go ahead.
Take one. Collect your mate. Your turn.
Go ahead.
Summon Advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Turn. Trigger on the stack. Jamoka's command. Take one for that.
I'll concede.
Yeah, once you missed your second land or your third land drop for the second time in a row, there was actually almost 0% that I could lose that game because my hand was 3 Collected Companies and a Jamoka's command and 2 Sylvan Advocates.
Yeah.
It's okay, well, I don't have to I was actually in a spot there where I was like, well, the only possible way I can lose this game is if I cast this Collected Company and it hits nothing. So I'm just gonna play the Sylvan Advocate because I know that the Sylvan Advocate's a Sylvan Advocate all the time.
Right. It's a good mixture of spells and lands in this deck, I promise.
I believe that there are. That is the kind of the problem though with playing.
It is. It's
that kind of strategy, not even just that specific strategy, just aggro control decks or tempo decks or whatever you want to call them, because you are really desperate to get to 4 lands, but 6 is kind of a nightmare, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And without any library manipulation, I'd be worried that that's going to come up. Often.
See, and you do have to keep hands like this. They're destined to lose some number of games, but I don't know. Maybe the more I play this deck, the more hands like this are mulligans, but I don't know. I will keep.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to keep mine as well. So just for everybody's viewing pleasure, this is the hand. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a pretty glaring problem in that it doesn't have any green mana right now. But we have 2 spells we can cast without green, and then our other one's 4-drop anyway. So
Okay. All right. I will start with the Wonder. You may go.
sure. Your turn. Yep.
Go.
I think I'm just gonna do this now. Decoration's down.
Counter.
Sure.
I think that's correct. Attack. Go.
Your turn.
Attack. Go.
You have 4 cards.
I have 4 cards.
Your turn.
Enter deck step.
Yep. Super cooler.
Sure.
Block.
Go ahead.
Combat.
Yep. Take 2.
Your turn.
Go ahead. Yep.
Pacifist.
Yep.
Your turn. Yeah, that's fine.
Morph.
Sure. Hold on, actually. Actually, that's just straight bad. I'll respond. Company. Taking 1.
Mm-hmm.
Company resolve.
Yes. I mean, this is on the stack, so.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just... You might have a counterspell in your hand. I don't know. I don't know why you like this. That's pretty powerful. Spell Queller, Reflector Mage.
Okay.
Yeah, Spell Queller that one, Reflector Mage that one. That's crazy powerful. Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Tireless Tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Land.
Yep. Get a clue.
Sacrifice the clue.
Yep.
Combat.
Mm-hmm. That. Oh, it can attack. Yeah. Take 7.
Your turn. Smoke's command. Counter. Yeah. I was gonna say prevent all damage from the burn spell and
Yeah.
then fight there.
Yeah. I will.
You're remanding the spell, or
Wait, hold on. What is your.
so the modes are going to be prevent the damage and then fight here.
Yeah, I'll return it to your hand.
Sure.
That'll die.
And I took one.
And I will concede.
Okay. Turn the spell to your hand. With that on the stack, I'll concede.
I couldn't win.
Yeah.
There's not a world where this deck should draw 2 lands every game or 7 lands every game,
Right.
but that is what happened.
And my draws were just gasoline too at that point. Like that company was just
The company
the
was
actual
good.
perfect.
Um,
And I mean, I just drew like running Dromoka's commands right after that. So
yeah. Overall, I'm not really upset. Like, I don't think that it's. I mean, this is just gonna
it's
happen.
not worth
sometime.
getting upset about.
Yeah, it's just something that's gonna happen in Magic. The thing that I do think is that these just shouldn't be in the deck right now.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're going to play something like this, cut these. Obviously, you didn't even see what the deck does. The deck is supposed to play flyers and then burn the opponent out. It didn't happen because we either didn't draw burn spells because we drew lands, or didn't draw lands.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, as a result of that, you were on the back foot some amount of the time and had to use the burn spells pretty aggressively on creatures.
yeah, and then game 1, obviously, we made the misplay where he would have been dead if we had played correctly. If I had used my burn spells in the right order. So just things to think about. But overall, I do think that this is a good matchup for me. It felt good 3 of the 5 games. Just sometimes that happens.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
What about you?
I think this deck is quite a bit better than I thought it would be. I think the Selfless Spirits and the Spell Qualities really do add a lot to the deck.
They do, yeah. Selfless Spirit was some sweet tech. I did not think of that, and when he played it, I was like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like where this deck's at right now. I would say, going forward, if you are going to play something that's not Bant Company, you should be almost pre-sideboarded for it because, it was like, 16 in the top 32 or whatever. So
Yeah.
even if it's not the best deck, it's certainly going to be the most popular.
Yep. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you guys all next week.